Hello dear students, how are you all? So today we are going to practice some parajumbles, and parajumble is a very important part of our examination. So today I'll tell you the strategies to solve parajumbles quickly and accurately. Okay, parajumbles are not actually very difficult, but they do take time. And our primary motive is to save time while solving parajumbles. If I give you 5 parajumble questions with half an hour time, I'm sure all of you will definitely solve them. But the thing is, you have to solve 5 parajumbles in just 1 or 1.5 minutes. So the thing is to save time. As I told you that in SSC examinations, parajumbles are very easy and very compact kind. But the only thing is you should learn how to save time while solving a parajumble. Because if we talk about SSC Pre Tier 1, there are 2 questions of parajumble, and if we talk about Tier 2 SSC Mains, there are around 20 parajumbles. So good number of questions comes from this part. So you should know how to save time while solving a parajumble. So there are some basic rules that we should learn before solving parajumbles. So if I talk about strategies to solve PJs that are parajumble. Okay, so strategy to solve parajumbles. What should be the strategy to solve parajumbles? See, in parajumble, normally there are 4 sentences A, B, C, D, and these sentences are of course jumbled, and you have to arrange them to give a meaningful paragraph. Okay, so there are 4 sentences. So the very first thing you should do is to look for the first sentence of the para. Look for the first sentence. Okay, while solving a parajumble, the very first thing you should do is to look for the first sentence, because once you get the first sentence, half of your options will automatically be eliminated, and from the remaining half you can easily figure out which option is the correct option. So the very first target while solving a parajumble is to look for the first sentence of the paragraph, and to find the first sentence is quite easy. So how to look for the first sentence? The question is how. So there are some basic grammar rules to look for the parajumble, to look for the first sentence of the paragraph. The first rule, first sentence of the para should not have any dependent word. Okay, first sentence of the para should not have any dependent word. So when you are trying to find the first sentence of the paragraph, you just need to look for the dependent words. If there is any dependent word in any sentence, it cannot be the first sentence of the para. Okay, now what are dependent words? Pronouns, except I, we. Pronouns except I, we are dependent. I, we, and of course me and us. Subject and object of I and we. I, me, we, us. So pronouns except I, we, me, us are dependent. Besides this, that, these, those, such, the same. All these words are dependent. Okay. The plus singular common noun. The plus singular common noun. This is also dependent. Okay. This is also dependent. So these words are dependent words. And whenever you are trying to solve a parajumble, you just need to look for the first sentence. And to find the first sentence, you must look for these dependent words. If any sentence has these words, it cannot be the first sentence of the paragraph. And once you find the first sentence, it will become very easy for you to arrange the sentences by eliminating the given options. Okay. Now, I will not tell you the second rule right now. First we will solve some parajumbles based on this rule, then only we will solve. Okay. So look for the first sentence. Acha, before solving a parajumble, just one more thing I want to tell you, that chronology of events. This is also one important thing that you should keep in mind while solving a parajumble, that you have to arrange all the sentences in chronological order. And what chronology you have to follow? You have to follow the chronology of events. What happens first? Okay. In parajumble, there may be two or three different actions. So simply you have to see which action happens first, and which action comes after which. Okay. So chronology of events. This is also you have to set. Now, let's solve some parajumbles. So here we have a PJ. Here we have a parajumble. So these are four sentences. A, B, C, and D. These are four sentences. Now you have to arrange these sentences and tell me which option is the correct option. Solve this. You have 30 seconds time. I am off the screen. You have 30 seconds time. Solve it. Give me the answer. What should be the correct option out of these four? See, the very first thing you have to do is to look for the first sentence. And as I told you, that first sentence cannot have any dependent word. So if we start from here, in the sentence A, we have they, which is dependent word. This cannot be the first sentence. In B, we have it. This is also a dependent word, cannot be the first sentence. In sentence C, again we have they, dependent word, cannot be the first sentence. Now read D. Minimalist. This is a noun. Okay. believe that clutter causes a lot of stress and wastes precious space. So D sentence has no dependent word. Okay, only D sentence is there which has no dependent word. So this is the first sentence of the paragraph. Now eliminate the options which do not have D as the first sentence. For example, second option starts with A and fourth option starts with C. Eliminate them. Now we have one more challenge. There are two options which have D as the first sentence, but in option B, in option A, D is followed by C, and in option 3, D is followed by A. Okay, so there are two options. Option 1, D followed by C, and option 3, D followed by A. Now here you have to set the chronology of the events. Chronology. So read the first sentence. Minimalists believe that clutter causes. Minimalists believe that clutter causes. Now read the C sentence. They further advise. They further advise. And in the A sentence we have they also believe. So if the first sentence is believe, its chronological order matches with the A. They also believe. Okay, because they are still in the process of believing something. So D must be followed by A. So the correct answer would be DACB. The correct answer would be DACB. Okay. Sakshi Singh Suryavanshi. Why did you add Singh between Sakshi and Suryavanshi? Who told you to do this? Your name was enough, Sakshi Suryavanshi. There was no need of adding Singh, but if you have added, it's good. It's more, Vazandar kind of name, Sakshi Singh Suryavanshi. Okay, let's see the next sentence. So here we have one more sentence. As soon as she was given the sleepers, she broke into dancing, strutting around in her first even pair of sleepers. Look for the first sentence. Look for the first sentence. See, in the first sentence, we have she, a dependent word. This cannot be the first sentence. In the sentence B, we have this, cannot be the first sentence. And now we have C and D. Now we have C and D. So in the D option, we have recently as part of the scheme. So here the plus common noun. I told you na, the plus common noun is also dependent. So this also cannot be the first sentence. So first sentence is C. Now let's see how many options have C. So this cannot be the first, this cannot be the answer, this cannot be the answer. Now we have two options where C is the first sentence. But in option 2, C is followed by A. In option 3, C is followed by D. So now check the chronology of events. Check the chronology of events. C is Goonj, a leading NGO of India, runs a cloth for work scheme and gives clothes and useful items in exchange for work done. Okay. Now this is, here we have a cloth for work scheme. A cloth for work scheme. Okay. And for this scheme, we have the term the scheme. Here the scheme refers to a cloth for work scheme. So C is followed by D. C is followed by D. Okay, so the answer would be 3, C D A B. Right? Okay, now let's see the third question. Question number 3. Now solve this question. Solve this question. And whenever I give you any parajumble question, you must solve it in within 30 seconds. You should try to solve it within 30 seconds. Now solve it. The home then was a bungalow. Look for the first sentence. Okay, so here we have the plus common noun cannot be the first sentence. He cannot be the first sentence. And out of these two, according to Gautam Bhatia, leading architect, we need to bring about a radical change in our model of housing. So this is the first sentence. And this he refers to Gautam Bhatia. So after C, we have to arrange B. So the correct option would be CBAD. CBAD. A. Nitin Sonrathi. Yes, your answer is absolutely right, Nitin. The correct answer would be CBAD. Okay. Now the next question. Okay, solve this one. And you have just 15 seconds and your time starts now. Hurry up. You are running out of time. Waiting for the answers. Your 15 seconds are about to over. Okay. No answers so far. Time up. See, here the sentence starts with conjunction, cannot be the first sentence. And here we have a word thus. Thus means conclusion part. Cannot be the first sentence. And D also cannot be the first sentence because of this trend. This is a dependent word. So B is the first sentence. Now let's see how many options starts with B. Second option, no. Third option, no. Fourth option, no. So we have found out that B is the first sentence and there is only one option that starts with B. So undoubtedly this is the answer. Okay, these types of questions are very easy to solve because just by finding the first sentence we can give the correct answer because only one option is there which starts with the B sentence. Okay, so it is the answer. Now next question. Very easy question. Look for the first sentence. Once you get the first sentence, questions become very easy. So here we have this dependent word cannot be the first sentence. Here we have he cannot be the first sentence, and again in D we have he cannot be the first sentence. So first sentence is C. So eliminate all other options. Eliminate them. Now C and B common. After B we have A. So here the pair is AD and here the pair is DA. So now make the pair AD or DA. So A, unfortunately this resulted in his going to jail. Once he found a pistol and fired it in the street. So this resulted in his going to jail. What resulted? He found a pistol and fired in the street. So this resulted in his going to jail. So first D will come, then A will come. So the correct answer would be CBDA. The correct answer would be CBDA. Okay, CBDA. So correct answer is CBDA. Right? Now check the next question. His death was a cause of great speculation. Edgar Allan Poe was a famous American author. Within a few days of being found, he died mysteriously on October 1849. He had gone missing on October 3, 1849, as was found a few days later. Solve this question. Okay. So Nitin Sonrathi, BCDA, Sakshi Suryavanshi, BADC. So the first sentence is B, absolutely correct. So eliminate these two options. Okay, now option 2, B is followed by A, and option 3, B is followed by C. So let's check whether B is followed by A or B is followed by C. So B is Edgar Allan Poe was a famous American author. Edgar Allan Poe was a famous American author. Okay, his death was a cause of great speculation. And in option C, within a few days of being found, he died mysteriously on October. So first we'll say that he died mysteriously. Okay, he died mysteriously. Then only we will say that his death was caused a great speculation. First something is introduced, then after it we tell the details of it. Okay, so here this has been introduced that he died mysteriously. Once we have told that he died mysteriously, then only we will move further that his death was cause of a speculation. So C will come before A. C will come before A, and this is in the option 3. C is before A. So option 3 will be the right answer. B A. Sorry. B A D C. This would be the correct answer. B A D C would be the correct answer. Okay. Yeah, Sakshi, you are absolutely right. Sakshi, you are absolutely right. No, Sakshi, C is not the correct answer. B is the correct answer. C is not the correct answer. Okay. Now, this record of migration is one of the greatest natural. Solve this one now. I know I clicked the option C. Don't try to teach your teacher. You want Mar? Solve this question. So find the first sentence. So here we have this. A dependent word cannot be the first sentence. Okay. And here each autumn. This is also a dependent word. This is also a dependent word. Cannot be the first sentence. So first sentence is C. The migration of the monarch butterfly is an amazing phenomenon. The migration of the monarch butterfly is an amazing phenomenon. So C is the first sentence. So there is only one option that has C as the first sentence. Eliminate this, and eliminate this. There is only one option that has C as the first sentence. So undoubtedly this is the correct answer. C B D A. C B D A. See, finding the first sentence of the paragraph is a very important thing, because as you can see here, out of 4 options, only one option has C as the first sentence. So once you have found the first sentence of the paragraph, you can easily tell the answer. Okay, so the correct answer is CBDA. CBDA. Next question. Now this is the last question, and I hope that you will tell the correct answer. Solve this. Find the first sentence of the paragraph. Find the first sentence of the paragraph. CABD. See, so the first sentence is C. Okay, correct. First sentence is C. But there are two options which has C. So CA or CB, which should be the correct answer? So C is the discovery of the Discover Scuba Diving Tour starts with a 30-minute lesson on teaching basic skills outside water. This dry lesson. So this dry lesson is used for 30-second lesson of basic teaching outside water. See, in sentence C we have the Discover Scuba Diving Tour starts with a 30-minute lesson on teaching basic skill outside water. So before scuba diving they have a session for basic skill outside water. Outside water means dry session. So this dry lesson has been used for this outside water. So after C we have to arrange B. So the correct answer would be CBAD. The correct answer would be CBAD. Okay, CBAD. One last question. Despite this, he was very good at delegating work. No wonder his films were universally acclaimed. Satyajit Ray film was solely his film. Even after delegation, he was involved in every aspect of the film. Solve this. So, despite this cannot be the first sentence. His films cannot be the first sentence. He cannot be the first sentence. So, first sentence is undoubtedly C. And there are two options that starts with C, CD or CA. So, Satyajit Ray film was solely his film. And even after delegation, he was involved in every. So, after C, you cannot arrange D. After C, you have to arrange A. Despite this, he was very good at delegating works. So, the correct answer would be CADB. CADB would be the correct answer. Okay. Okay, one last question. I know that I have been telling you to solve the last question for the last three questions, but this is actually the last question. Solve this. One of the crocodiles was 4 feet long and almost 6 years old. So this is your homework. Okay, this is your homework. Solve this and tell me the answer in the comment section. Okay, solve this question and tell me the answer in the comment section, right? I'll be waiting for your answers. I guess only 2 students have been watching this for half an hour. So this is your last question, homework. This is your homework. Solve this and I'll be waiting for your answers in the comment section. Okay, I want to see who is answering this question, right? So hope you have got the idea how to solve Parajumbles easily. Practice as much as possible. Tomorrow we'll have a quiz on the same topic. Tomorrow I'll give you around 15 Parajumble questions with timing. Okay, tomorrow I'll give you 15 questions and there will be a timer on the screen and you will have to solve a Parajumble question in just 15 seconds. Okay, it will be your real test. So tomorrow I'll give you 15 questions with timer and 15 seconds time to solve a Parajumble question. So be prepared, practice as much as you can, and tomorrow we'll have a quiz on Parajumble. Okay, see you tomorrow, and try to practice today as much as you can, and tomorrow we'll have a test. Okay, okay, so this much for today. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Goodbye.